plan is for every adult to get a booster shot 8 months after you got your second shot. Pending approval from the Food and Drug Administration, the CDC's Committee of Outside Experts will be ready to start this booster program during the week of September 20.
We found out that yesterday that 2 of the top vaccine review leaders at the FDA are stepping down, and senior officials have told multiple reporters that it is largely in part to what is being perceived as the White House getting ahead of and putting pressure on the entity to approve not just the vaccine boosters, but also other parts of the vaccine approval process.
This is raising questions. My own reporting has suggested there is some discomfort, some discontent at the FDA in how the White House handled the booster discussion, essentially coming out and saying that people would have the opportunity to get boosters at the end of September before the FDA has even gone through the review process.
As soon as they are authorized, those eligible will be able to get a booster right away.
Tonight, the battle over boosters as vaccine makers make their case ahead of Friday's FDA review of Pfizer's booster shot for the general public.
Your data shows protection is dipping, but Americans who are fully vaccinated are still protected from hospitalization. So why are boosters necessary?
We do know that as we get to a very large number of breakthrough cases, some of them do become severe and some of them do lead to hospitalization and death.
Tonight, the FDA panel's dramatic denial, no booster shots for the general public, a safety committee overwhelmingly rejecting a third dose of Pfizer's vaccine for most adults.
FDA advisory committee just voted against recommending the approval of Pfizer's COVID-19 booster shot for those 16 years and older.
Today, an FDA advisory committee voted against recommending a third dose of Pfizer's vaccine for most fully vaccinated adults among us.
Should everybody over 16 get a booster shot? The answer in the end was no. The advisory panel voted 16-2 against recommending a booster dose for everybody age 16 or older.
There is no indication that taking a booster, a second shot of J&J or a third of Pfizer or Moderna, there's no indication that that would be of any physical danger to anyone, right? It's not like that could have a side effect. Those things have been studied, and that's not the case. Am I correct or no?
Well, I think you have to be open-minded to these things. I mean, when we did the original trial, say, with Pfizer and Moderna, which were, variously 40,000 to 30,000 people big, I mean, there was no prediction that this was going to cause myocarditis, meaning inflammation of the heart muscle. That was only found out when we vaccinated millions of people. We have an excellent database for 2 doses, but we don't have a big database for 3 doses. I mean, the Pfizer data that was submitted involved 306 people. So I think you have to be careful with this. And if you're arguing that the benefit, say, for a healthy 16 or 17-year-old right now is small, then the risk-benefit ratio changes. So that's why we're proceeding carefully.
And today was the day that President Biden earmarked for COVID booster shots for tens of millions of Americans. But the FDA is saying not so fast. A panel of advisors rejected the plan, saying only those with compromised immune systems, as well as senior citizens, should get a third Pfizer shot.
The government has only overruled its advisors like this one time before, in 2003, around a smallpox vaccine recommendation. And so this is really breaking with tradition.
Talk about people getting a 4th dose?
Yeah, that should be our other big number, is the number 4. We're talking about the COVID booster, a 4th dose, the goal being to combat the waning immunity that we know exists after these vaccines.
And at some point, we're going to be at a point where people are just getting regular boosters, right?
It certainly looks that way, yeah.
We are seeing people who are vaccinated and boosted who are getting breakthrough infections.
We'll follow the science. Let me say that again. We'll follow the science.